Track wrestling here in Corvallis, Oregon on the eve of the Pac-12 championships with top-ranked 174-pounder Zahid Valencia of Arizona State. 25-0 this season. Again, ranked number one at 174 pounds. I guess first of all, Zahid, you think about the Hodge Trophy at all?
Yeah, occasionally just trying to dominate as much my opponents as I can. So just trying to score as many points as possible. So yeah, I would say so.
What do you think about that race so far, and maybe your place in it?
I mean, I think I'm in a good position. I've had a really tough season, wrestled a lot of the top-ranked guys, so I feel good about it. Still looking to get more bonus points, more pins, so I'm excited for this postseason.
I was going to say, what's the season been like? You have all those challenges early, and then go through this maybe stretches where you're not facing a bunch of top-ranked guys. It's been a little bit different than maybe a year ago, but what has that been like from not only a competition point of view, but also a training standpoint?
I mean, for me, I think it was just good. The whole schedule that the coaches set up just started off right, wrestle a bunch of the top-ranked opponents. I had Bo Jordan, Miles Amin, ranked 3, 4 in the country. So just getting off to a good start and knowing that my practice routine that I had over the summer was going to be good enough to start the season off right. And now just looking to continue to dominate more opponents, score more points, and now have this Pac-12 championships, looking for two pins possibly. So just really excited for that.
Yeah, the postseason's here. What kind of things are you really trying to dial in on, not only here in Corvallis, but also for Cleveland?
Just taking it one match at a time. I won this tournament last year, fell short at the NCAA, so just one match at a time, just focus on one, try to get one pin or try to score as many points as possible and not look too far ahead.
The Pac-12 obviously goes a week earlier than everybody else. From your vantage point, what are the pros and cons to that? Do you like it? Would you rather go next week with everybody else?
For me, I would say I like it. Just get it out of the way, get it done. Then have the next 2 weeks just to recover, fine-tune some training, some technique that we might see at this tournament, and then next week be able to watch everyone compete and be able to scout them out a little bit. So I think it's a good thing. Yeah,
I was gonna say next week, what will your weekend look like? Are you gonna be near a television, near a computer, watching a lot of wrestling, or is your mind gonna be off it?
I mean, I'll probably stay up to date, see a few matches. I'm not gonna get too into it. I mean, also high school state tournament in California is next weekend, and my little brother's in it, so see if I can watch him too. That should be exciting. But no, absolutely, just the top matches I'll take a look at.
Well, yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. Growing up in California, wrestling, your dad Ruben being such a huge influence for you. What was it like, growing up around wrestling with him?
I mean, it was a 24/7 job. He was my coach and my dad at the same time, so everything had to be done right. We lived the right lifestyle 24/7. It was nonstop, and I think that's why we were able to get to the point where we are today, me and my brother. So, I mean, I'm thankful for it. I'm happy that we grew up that way.
Yeah, I was gonna say you say everything had to be done right. What are some of the things that you remember about that?
Just making sure. Get to bed on time. We had early practices, eating all the right food, making sure our conditioning was up. Just all the small things that people don't see when you're at home. So we just did everything right then.
Is that when you learn that way? Is that pretty easy to make the transition to the next level? And is that something that you keep an eye on other guys on the team?
Yeah, I think it just became a lifestyle regimen. So moving on to college and not having my dad, it was pretty easy just having that, knowing that was the only thing that we did to win, so it wasn't too hard to stay focused.
Yeah, you wrestle in the Junior Worlds this year, make it to the Junior World Finals. You have a call in there that, peel in the hands call, that in college, you can get away with it. And I didn't know it was a freestyle rule until just then either. How much does that match stick with you?
I mean, I think about it still a lot. Was in the finals of the World Championship, so it's a big deal. Fell a little short, but I mean, it's just a good learning experience. That was juniors. I mean, it's still big, but now I'm looking forward to try to make a senior World Championship.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that the thing that's on your mind
Yep.
for after the college season?
Yeah, after college season, just go straight into freestyle, train as hard as I can, smart, and really focus on making that team. Now they have the 79 kilogram weight, so it's perfect, and I think I have a good shot at it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you found out about 79 kilos, what was your reaction that was gonna be a weight class?
I mean, I thought it was great. I think they needed to add another weight in there because from 163 to 189, it's just a big jump. So I think that 174 weight class is perfect, and I'll be feeling good. I've been at this weight the whole year, so I'm just really excited for that too.
You and Anthony were the first two recruits for this regime at Arizona State. What made you buy in?
When Coach Zeke came in, just gave us a call, told us his philosophy, his goals that he has set for ASU, and I just really bought into that. You know, bringing something to the West Coast, starting from the bottom and trying to work our way up to national championships. We got a Pac-12 championship last year, looking to get back-to-back this year, and then just keep moving up on the rankings for NCAAs.
What kind of things did he tell you about his vision?
I like how it wasn't only folk style, it was folk style and freestyle. He said the main goal is become world and Olympic champs, and that's something that me and my brother both wanted to do since we were young. So just keeping that in our back of our heads that we'll be able to do that with the RTC and be able to train freestyle in the summers. I thought it was just a perfect fit.
How often do you roll around with Pendleton?
Pretty often. I mean, he's there every day, and he'll grab me. I think I've learned a lot of technique. He's fine-tuned a lot of my technique for sure. Just getting better in every position.
How about, I want to ask you about Norfleet too, because he said like the moment that he felt like he belonged at this level was when he took you down. He said,
Yeah.
if I can take this guy down, I can go with anybody. What kind of potential do you see in him?
I think his future is bright. He has to be one of the strongest people I've ever wrestled in my entire life. He's just rock solid. And I think he's still young. I believe still needs a little bit more experience, but I think he's going to be a threat to everyone. I think he has that potential.
When you look at 174 now, and you think about those other guys, and you faced all of them this year, all the top guys, what do you think are going to be pivotal points for you to win the thing in Cleveland?
For me, just staying in my match, not letting anyone else dictate it. If it's my opponent, the refs, just focus on my match, you know, get to my technique, my movement, just stay just offensive, constant attack, and I don't think anybody could keep up with me.
I'm going to ask you this question too, because we asked it to Anthony. Two-part question. When you think about your brother, when you think about Anthony, what is the thing that annoys you the most, and what is the thing that you admire the most about him?
I mean, he's for sure probably the thing that annoys me most is probably just so stubborn. I mean, he's strong-headed, so he feels that, like, even in his wrestling, it's just most of it's he believes he can do anything. So if you tell him, hey, make sure you don't try to do a lat drop, or this guy does a lat drop, he's like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna get it. So go out there and try it. So all his moves, all his matches are so fun to watch. Just flying squirrels and all that stuff, high risk. So I think that could annoy me sometimes, but at the same time, I just admire that. He just lets things fly. And I've kind of tried to take on that kind of wrestling and just keep, before, like in high school, I would see my matches, I was conservative, just one takedown here and there. But now I just try to score as many points as possible, and I believe I got that from him.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you get through that? How do you break out of that when you wrestle a conservative style in high school?
Yeah.
It's usually pretty hard to break out of that habit. What kind of challenges went into breaking?
I think at that point, once you get to that level where, you know, in college wrestling, you know you're good. You're here for a reason. It's just leaving all that doubt behind. And that's something my brother had. He said that he could do anything, you know, flying squirrels, lat drops, doubles from 10 feet away. So I just bought into that, and knowing that even if I don't get that first initial takedown, that I'm good enough to be able to come back and get in the match. So I just think of it that way now. It's like, try to hit everything. I've done it in the wrestling room, so why not do it out in competition?
We didn't get to see like struggles from you a year ago. I mean, you go into the national tournament undefeated and the #1 seed, but there had to have been some challenges making the adjustment from high school to college.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few. I mean, my redshirt year really helped me a lot, just getting to that transition to the college wrestling field. But I mean, I still had a couple close matches last year. You know, Ethan Ramos that I had to really dig. So those kind of matches helped me out. Even for this year, knowing that gotta keep my head on right, even when I get taken down and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, but I've learned I just believe in all my coaches and listen to them. They've all been there, so what they say I just really take in and just focus on that.